Hello, everyone. Welcome to ELI, the place where you get your daily dose of inspiration for entrepreneurship. And today we have with us Dr. Vikram Kumar, who is the founder of SRV Media, which is a 360-degree marketing services provider. And he's also one of the founders of Eastbuzz, which is a payment solutions platform. Hi, Dr. Vikram. Welcome to ELI.
Hi, very good evening, Priya.
Good evening to you. I would request you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah. So, hello everyone. So, my name is Dr. Vikram Kumar. So I will start from my schooling. So, basically, I did my schooling from Jharkhand, which is Bokaro Steel City. So, it's a city in Jharkhand. So, I did all my schooling from there. Then I did my engineering from Birla Institute of Technology, Misra, and from computer science. And then I did my MBA from Symbiosis International University. And then recently I completed my PhD from Symbiosis International University. After completion of my MBA, I joined HDFC Bank. So as into their IT division, which is there in Mumbai, Kanjurmarg. And after working 2 years with HDFC Bank, then I decided to start my entrepreneurial journey, wherein we started this company, SRV Media Private Limited. So basically, this company was incepted in the year 2010 when we were pursuing our MBA. I and my roommate, Mr. Rohit Prasad. So he is basically my partner in SRV Media and Eastbuzz both. So we incepted this company from our hostel room, and then we have had this particular aspiration that one day we are going to provide end-to-end services into digital media marketing. So to be precise, we want to provide a horizontal layer of services when it comes to digital media marketing as a service. So that's all about us, about me and my partner, Mr. Rohit Prasad.
Got you. Since you mentioned about your early life, would be very curious to know about the early days of entrepreneurship. Like, how did you get your first few clients, and what services were you providing?
Yeah, so it's a completely bootstrapped company. So initially, when we started SRV Media, there was zero funding that we have taken from the market. So the money with which we started this organization was the PF amount that we have received from our respective organization. So to means like if I have to share the figure, the company was started with a amount of 26,000 rupees. So that was the initial capital with which we started SRV Media. And in early days, it was hard to fetch business from the market because we were new. People were not knowing SRV Media and the kind of services that we were providing. So initially, when we started the business, obviously it was tough because we were having a very good job. With means because if I talk about myself, then I was working with a banking company, and the brand name was also big. The life was quite comfortable, and from there, when I jumped into starting my own venture, then obviously there was a big challenge that if I will not fetch clients, I'm not going to get money, and I will not be able to pay salaries to my staff, because initially we started this company with just two people. Instead, we have had only two members, and those two members were also my friends. And what I have done basically is I try to find people who are still unemployed and who have the skills which they can use into the services which we provide under the umbrella SRV Media. Then I asked them, can you help? Because they were not having any kind of job. So with the initial salary, they agreed to help. And I called them. And then that's how we started. And as I said, the company was started with the initial number of two. So we were only three in the year when we incepted this organization. And from three member to right now, we are 580 member people strong, with our offices in headquarters in Pune and other offices in Bangalore, Gurugram, Ahmedabad, and Kolkata. We incepted this company with the amount of 26,000 rupees, and both the company put together at this point in time, we are sitting at a turnover of 286 CR. Both the companies are profitable. If we talk about the valuation of the organization, it's more than thousands here.
Tell us about the early days of entrepreneurship, and especially in context of hiring. Like you mentioned, the first few members were your friends, but after that, how did you go about hiring? What kind of people you hired, and how did you ensure that they get enough work and the salary on time?
Okay. So as I said that initially, I and Rohit, we were the only few members who has means like we used to uh, take the entire training from YouTube and from a couple of online courses about digital media marketing and about other platform. Obviously, in the initial days, we were not having that much capital that we will be able to absorb uh, a skillful candidate. So what we used to do is we used to hire interns and we used to hire freshers.
Mm-hmm.
Then I and Rohit, we ensure that we are imparting a good training to them, and then we ensure that all the technicalities and all the technical know-hows are being trained to those resources, and then we used to micromanage them for a period of 3 to 4 months, and after that, once they are capable of executing any project, then we allowed them to interact with all the clients. When
Mm-hmm.
it comes to sales, from those days till now, I head the entire sales team.
Okay.
I, along with my partner, Mr. Rohit. So, and we every year we swap the responsibility. So one year I take care of the entire operations, and Rohit will take care of the entire sales, and the next year I will take care of the entire sales, and Rohit will take care of the entire operations. So that's how we used to operate. And training is something on which we have a strong belief, and from day one until now, it's like we have a strong training team, learning and development team that we have created in house, where we ensure that we are imparting a good culture as well as we are training our resources. So just
Mm-hmm.
to answer your query, from day one we are relying on campus recruitment only.
Got you. You spoke about sales. Would love to understand how does the client acquisition process work in your industry, and tell us about the early days. How did you get your first or second client, and how did they choose you? What was the criteria, or maybe what made them motivated them to choose you as a service provider?
Yeah, see, in initial that would be message to all the aspiring entrepreneurs as well, that when you want to enter into any market, or when you want to start something new and you don't have any client and you don't have any name, at that point in time there are only two things which are going to play a major role. One is the price and the other is the quality.
Mm-hmm.
At a low price, if you are going to deliver the best quality,
Mm-hmm.
then anybody would be interested, and that's how you have to ensure. Many a times we have faced these kind of scenario. Just to onboard portfolio based clients, we have to provide our services for free just to onboard them as a client. So we have done that, because until unless people are not knowing the core USP or the core strength that the organization is having,
Mm-hmm.
it's very tough that you will be able to fetch client after client and client after client. So that essentially doesn't happen. So you have to prove in the market that, hey, look, this is what I can do. Then you have to build your clientele. So I still remember the first client that we have onboarded. The net loss was approximately 80,000 rupees.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that was the loss, but eventually over a period of 1 year, when you will calculate that particular thing,
Mm-hmm.
then the company was in profit. The first year's balance sheet was something around 7 lakh rupees. Was the first balance sheet that we have made in the year 2011.
Got you. You said about quality and price. Tell us a little bit about, what is the way to measure quality, or how do you, price your services to stay competitive in the market?
So that actually changes from time to time. So when you we talk about the quality of service, So first thing is, let's take an example that you are giving any kind of service to the client. The first thing that the service should suffice is ROI.
Mm.
Whether my client is getting a ROI, return on investment, that they are putting. Generally in digital media marketing terms, we for any e-com client we use the term ROAS, return on ad spend. So the more when we talk about the quality or quality service, it means if you are delivering a design, it has to be out of the box. It has to be wow. When you are delivering any website, again the UI UX part has to be classy. For that, you have to do a deep research on what the competitors are providing. Let's take an example. If we are designing or developing the website, or maybe if we are providing any digital media marketing service to our client, you have to ensure that you, at the end of the campaign or at the end of the development of the website, they are ahead of their competitors. So at that point in time, you have to do a deep research of the who all are their competitors, what all are the kind of campaigns or digital media or websites or digital media marketing services that their competitors are using. And then based on that, you have to formulate, mix and match the strategy. And at the end of the day, you have to ensure that whatever you are providing, it is world class.
Got you.
So that is one. When we talk about pricing, that changes from time to time. So based on requirement, in the initial days, when we were not having any client or that person, means like if let's take an example that if we want to venture into any new domain,
Mm.
then obviously my pricing is going to change.
Right.
There's no fixed pricing that we can keep. So for example, if I want to venture into pharma domain, I have to provide some USPs, because these days when we started SRV Media in Pune, we were 125th company.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to manpower, at this point in time we are second in Pune.
Okay.
When it comes to turnover, both companies put together, we are among few digital media marketing company in India. So that I'm going to cover towards my end, that what all are the USPs of SRV Media, because when we talk about SRV Media, we have got few patents under our name.
Mm.
When you talk about any digital media marketing company in India, you will not find a single digital media marketing company who has their digital media marketing. At the same point in time, they have their own RBI licensed payment gateway. So, and we have both. When we talk about SRV Media, we have got tier A clients. When we talk about Eastbuzz, you do any transaction on Big Basket, you are using my payment gateway.
Mm-hmm. Got you.
So, so now anyway, coming back to your question, pricing changes, and you have to craft a strategy
Mm.
that if it's a new domain, this is the pricing that is going to be. If you are leader in that particular domain, you can charge a premium for all the services that you are providing.
Mm. Speaking of uniqueness, I think I read it somewhere. The SRV Media specializes into payment and call centers as add-on services that can be integrated. But I'd like to understand, how does payment solution and call center integrate with the media and marketing?
Okay, so as I explained you, means like by giving an example of e-commerce website.
Mm.
So and at that point, so let's take an example that again I will take the same example.
Sure.
Let's take an example of an e-commerce website that you want to create.
Mm-hmm.
You need developers who will create the website in maybe in any language, whether it is PHP or maybe OpenCart or Magento, whatever it is. So we have got our in-house developers who can create the website. Then we have resources in-house who will do the photo shoot or product photo shoot, which
Mm-hmm.
can be used in the e-commerce website. Then we have content writers who will write the content. We have search engine optimizers. Then we have performance marketing team who will do the performance marketing. It's like running the campaign for that e-commerce website so that your sales is on a higher side or sales is happening.
Mm-hmm.
To enable the sales, you need a payment gateway.
Right.
So that's how the payment gateway is integrated. Let's say that somebody has purchased any product. they want to understand where their consignment is. So they need a call center support. So if anybody want to open an e-commerce website, so I am a one-stop shop where they can get everything in-house and everything digital. So that's how we generally say. Now you can take an example of any university.
Mm.
So at this point in time, we will talk about Symbiosis as a university.
Mm-hmm.
Symbiosis, they have exam of Snap. They
Mm-hmm.
need an application form. We have got developers who can create the application form. Entire digital media marketing, we do their entire digital media marketing. You call Symbiosis, the call will land to my office. Their call center is outsourced to us. Students want to fill the form and pay the application form fee. We have our payment gateway.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah. So this is how we have created a horizontal layer so that a customer need not have to jump from one place to other for one service related to digital media marketing. So you will get each and everything under one umbrella, and that is the main problem of SMEs these days. So if you talk about any SMEs, okay, they have limited budget,
Mm.
right? And they want the entire range of services. So at that point in time, we are the best option for them.
Got you.
So I hope I have answered.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh, one big issue for any service-based business is attrition because they are people-centric businesses. So I would like to ask you this question, and this is something that many of the service company founders are, trying to find answers for. How do you retain people who are, quality resources for your company?
Yeah. So as I said, there is one service-based company and then there is one product-based company. When we talk about product-based company, and we are facing the same issue here. Means like we are not out of the box company that they are not providing, and it's very false to say that no, we are not having that kind of address, and we are also facing the same heat. Why? Because now offer trading is happening, and one person is having a number of jobs, and they are trading those offer letters. So all those things are happening, and that is bound to happen.
Yeah.
Okay. So how we overcome that particular thing is by having the bench strength. So at any point in time, we ensure. So few moments back, I have told that I shuffle the role.
Mm.
1 year I take care of sales, other year I take care of the entire operation, and the same kind of process we follow with many of our employees, so that there is no dependency of one resource on a specific sector or on a specific service, right?
Mm.
So that is point number one. Point number two, I have also told that we have got a world-class training and development team
Mm-hmm.
within SRV Media.
Okay.
So we ensure that every year we are taking 10 to 20% bench strength,
Mm.
because we have implemented HR analytics and all those things, and based on that we know how many people are there who are going to leave the organization, and what is the iteration that is currently going on, what is my retention ratio, which department is having maximum, which from which department maximum number of people are going. So all those things we generally do at our end, and based on that we plan the hiring and we keep all those resources on bench. So at any point in time we have 10% to 20% resources on bench.
Mm. Got you. What are some of the biggest challenges that you have faced so far while building and growing both of your ventures?
Is a skillful resource. And why? Because because the thing is, we train, and over a period of 1 year or 2 years, they generally go and join some other organization. Again, you have to train. So that is a very challenging scenario. But the thing is, like, you have to accept the truth, because that is going to happen, and we have accepted that particular thing, and now we are somehow, means like, we are ensuring that and we have accepted this fact that people are not going to stay, although Gen Z students are not going to stay within SRV Media or Eastbuzz for a period of more than 2 years. So we have accepted that fact, and based on that we are working. We are again making our learning and development team more strong, so that they are able to fill the gaps which are being created when any employee is resigning.
Right.
So that is my main challenge. Apart from that, no, means like I have not come across any kind of challenge.
Got you. Uh, what would you say is the meaning of entrepreneurship for you? How would you define the term entrepreneur?
Entrepreneur is one who will never give up,
Hmm.
and they should have trust on their ideas. Many a times it happens that all the newcomers who think of entrepreneurship, they come up with their idea, but the basic problem that is there is they don't have trust into their own idea.
Mm.
Many times the investor comes, or many times they discuss the idea with their friends, and then they say that they change their idea,
Hmm.
or they bring some tweak into their idea. So first thing is, have trust in your idea. If you will not have trust on your own idea, then how do you think that you will be able to sell that particular thing in the market? So and then the second thing is consistency. You have to be consistent, whatever it is. You have to be consistent, means consistent. So that's what. So these are the two things. And then obviously, when you will come up with your idea, that becomes your dream. You have to eat, sleep, dream, think about that particular idea only. So just give your 100%, and then I don't. So those are the things which are required for an entrepreneur.
Got you. My final question, uh, tell us about the lessons that you have learned as an entrepreneur, which others can also take away and probably apply to their ventures.
Yeah. So first thing is, try to create profitable business.
Hmm.
At this point in time, I generally see that there are many valuation based businesses which are coming on.
Yeah.
So my first thing is, because for me, uh, from day one we are in profits,
Hmm.
right? And I believe in creating a profitable venture. So both my ventures are highly profitable, right? So we have belief on creating valuation, and at the end of the day, my balance sheet is in
Mm.
loss. Okay, so that is my first message to everyone, that the business should be profitable. My second message is, you have to be consistent.
Hmm.
Consistent means 100% consistent. Third is, give 100% to your business. And then innovation means, like, you have to ensure that at any point in time you are coming up with innovative ideas uh, for each and everything. So let's take an example, that even if you are going for a client gifting, ensure that you are bringing us a small innovation in the kind of gift that you are giving to your client. So innovation, so you have to be innovative, and for that you have to study and study hard. And that's the reason, why I did my PhD as well. And my PhD is also in the field of digital media marketing, and while doing my PhD, I have written many papers. Few of them have also got accreditation that it is one of the most read paper in social media as well. So you can check all those papers in my Google Scholar profile.
Hmm.
And while I was completing my PhD, I also have ensured that I also have two patents in my name. One into the
Hmm.
field of AI and digital media marketing, and another is also in the field of AI. So I have published two patents as well. So you have to ensure that in whatever domain you have selected for your business,
Mm.
you are doing in-depth research and in-depth study for your particular domain, and whatever learnings that you are getting, ensure that that is being given to all your employees.
Got you.
So create a good learning and development team. The last thing which I would like to say to everyone is, process is very necessary. So you have to create process at every point in time, but
Mm.
wait for the correct time. Because many times what happens is, many people start their business, they say, Kyare, we will implement this process,
Mm.
we will have learning and development team, but wait for the correct time. Else, because time is the best teacher. This is what I have learned. When I was working with HDFC Bank, I used to think, इन्होंने learning and development क्यों create किया है?
Mm.
Whenever I will have my own organization, I will not have learning and development, because यहाँ पे बहुत पैसे बर्बाद होते हैं. But over a period of time, you will realize, because in the beginning, we only handle the finance, we only handle the HR, we only handle each and everything, and
Mm.
we run the show. But over a period of time, time will teach you that you should have a finance department, you should have an audit department, then you should have a compliance team, then you should have many other teams. So wait for that particular time,
Mm.
create processes at it at every point in time, and then follow that. And you should means like an entrepreneur should have patience. It is not that today you will open an organization and tomorrow it is going to be profitable. No, it's a journey. It's a tough journey wherein you have to sacrifice many things in your life. And if you are ready to sacrifice all those things, trust me, you will always aspire to become an entrepreneur, because that is the one thing which I always tell to all my employees, that what is the difference when I was working with HDFC Bank and when I have my own company.
Mm.
On every Friday, I was very happy that
Mm.
Arey chalo Friday again. Now I have to enjoy. When I was working for someone,
Yeah.
and on every Monday, I am extremely unhappy. Why? Because I have to drag myself to the company. And
Yeah.
now it's vice versa. I am not happy when it's Friday because I will be missing my organization. I will be missing my colleagues. And on
Mm.
every Monday, I am very, very happy. So that is the basic difference when you will have your own business and when you will be working for someone.
Got you. On this note, we will end the session. Thanks for your time, Dr.
Yeah.
Vikram. It was a pleasure to have you on
Thank,
our platform.
thank you, Priyaranjan. Thank you.